Hey, okay. So I wrote this in a note on the original video we just did about the full moon this month in April and also the Chauvin trial. And then it occurred to me that reading is kind of a chore, especially if you're reading on the computer screens or your eyes are tired. So, and also, too, it occurred to me that there's a whole lot of other stuff moving forward that we could be looking at with this because we know it's not over. Oh, it's not over, not by a long shot. Because here's something I want you guys to put away in your mental files. This is kind of interesting. Did you know that police, law enforcement, specifically police officers, are ruled by Gemini? Yeah, there's a lot of Gemini activation moving forward that's going to reactivate this chart for this verdict. So I would expect, and it would make all kinds of sense, that the law enforcement is going to push back on this. So more than an appeal, which we also know is coming, I would expect some pushback or even retaliation. Definitely clear signs of disagreeable distress about this should be coming from law enforcement in June. In June. All right, so now remember, a couple of minutes here and there will change the chart, or not will, but can change the chart dramatically, and we know that the timing has got to be off a little bit. So with this chart, I moved the time around to adjust to factor in a 24-hour like window for the verdict, which moves the ascendant a little bit, and it doesn't change a lot except it definitely changes the 11th house and its ruler. And remember, the 11th house are groups of people, right? Which in this case would be the jury. So, if we use a 5:05 p.m. chart, right, and you can move it a minute, like one way or the other, but basically around 5:05 is what we're looking at here. This is going to give us a very swift decision, and in this case, it would be 24 hours. And the 11th house of the jurors would be ruled by not the moon, but the sun at 0 Taurus. Now, that indicates a whole new beginning, literally on a large scale. And for all of us, this is definitely a large, this is a paradigm shift. This is a large scale change. Now, also remember, this is occurring in fixed signs. Things that occur in fixed signs are very difficult to change because they are fixed, rooted, solid. This is why we like fixed signs. If you want something to last, use your fixed signs to your advantage. So this verdict and all of the paradigm shifting that is coming from it is definitely long lasting changes as a result of this new beginning. Now, and that's what this, now we're going to why I'm doing this video. This also means that we can expect this this verdict to be challenged around, and I want you to mark this on your calendars, June 12th, 2021. So I would expect some pushback, and because there's a heavy Gemini emphasis and Gemini rules police officers, I would expect, oh God, see, we do this and I get all kinds of itchy, right? Sorry. Because Gemini rules police officers, I would expect this to come from the police officers, this pushback and this revisiting of this verdict and all that it means in terms of long-term paradigm shifts in their culture. Now, what's going on in June are a couple of things, because we not only have this verdict being challenged again around on or around June 12th, give or take a day, one way or the other. That month, we also have Mercury stationing direct at 16 Gemini, right, at the end of the month. We also have Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter will have entered Pisces by then, and it will be stationing retrograde. Neptune will also be stationing retrograde. Both of these, Jupiter and Neptune, are not only both the rulers of Pisces, but they are also, where was I going with this? So they are both the rulers of Pisces, modern and ancient, and they're both in Pisces, right? So with them going retrograde, one of the other things that we can expect is a play on sympathy or pity, or like this whole persecution victim mentality kicking up. Also, too, with Jupiter and Neptune retrograde, it also makes it so Jupiter rules the law, And Neptune rules society and compassion and the throwaway people, right? The people that society doesn't laud, celebrate, or embrace as models of their society. So people who fall through the cracks and the undesirables and the unwanted are typically covered by Neptune, because Neptune is the 12th house. It's all the things that people want to push into the shadows so they don't have to look at it. So with Jupiter ruling the law and Neptune ruling the rest of society, both retrograde, this is going to give us an opportunity to kind of to take a second look at things. I don't think anything's going to get undone. I mean, this is what it is. But there is the distinct possibility that the play for martyrdom may come up around this time. It won't go well, because these are not ideal aspects for something like that. But certainly that type of playing around with what things represent or symbolize is coming up. So June 12th, June will be a very active month. We're going to watch this verdict get challenged in June. Specifically around June 12th, I would look for something very, very important. And I would especially look for a response from the police at every level in regards to this, which is terrifying, actually, if you think about it, because we could easily end up becoming Myanmar, where we have a militarized force with guns and ammunition, and their primary concern is not us, but themselves. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. And let's certainly keep our minds and our activities and our conversations working towards a more amicable outcome so we can avoid that. But we are in the process of great evolutionary change. And as ugly as things are, we must keep hold of the fact that we are moving in the right direction. And these things are never neat, clean, simple, or easy, nor are they fast. So we are getting there. But this is a huge start. Because remember, 0 degrees fixed signs, this is a major paradigm shift, not a little change. It's a major paradigm shift. And it's a fixed sign. It's long term. You're going to have good luck reversing this one, right? So the evolution is on. All right. Talk to you guys later.